In the heart of East Africa, where the first light of dawn spills across endless grasslands, the Maasai Mara awakens. Here the land stretches unbroken, a tapestry of golden savanna and scattered acacia, shaped by ancient winds and the relentless passage of time. This is the Maasai Mara National Reserve, a living stage where the drama of survival unfolds with every sunrise. Here the pulse of life is set by the migration of herds and the ever-present tension between predator and prey. The air vibrates with the symphony of the wild, the distant thunderous roar of a lion, the persistent hum of insects, and the subtle rustle of grass as unseen creatures move through the undergrowth. This is a realm of breathtaking beauty and untamed power, where life flourishes in astonishing abundance. The Mara is home to one of the densest concentrations of wildlife on Earth, each species woven into the fabric of this ecosystem. Every day the savanna becomes a theatre of survival, where alliances are forged, rivalries ignite, and the struggle for existence plays out beneath the vast African sky. At the heart of this ecosystem is the great wildebeest migration, a relentless cyclical journey that shapes the fate of all who dwell here. Each year, immense herds of wildebeest, joined by zebras and gazelles, traverse the plains in search of fresh grazing. Their hooves churn the earth, their movement a living river that nourishes the land and its inhabitants. This migration is more than a spectacle. It is the engine of life, a moving feast that sustains the Mara's formidable predators and sets the stage for countless encounters. For the wildcats of Kenya, this is a season of opportunity. The abundance of prey draws them from their territories, sharpening their senses and instincts. Lions, leopards, and cheetahs, each a master of its own domain, have evolved extraordinary adaptations to thrive in this land. Their bodies are built for power, stealth, or speed, and their minds for strategy and patience. Each species has carved out a unique niche. The lion, with its social pride, relies on teamwork and brute strength. The leopard, solitary and secretive, is a shadow among trees and rocks, striking with silent precision. The cheetah, a marvel of acceleration, depends on explosive speed and keen eyesight to hunt in the open. The savanna is not merely a hunting ground, it is a living mosaic where every animal, from the smallest insect to the largest mammal, plays a vital role in the balance of life. Territories overlap and shift, boundaries are tested, and the constant interplay of competition and cooperation shapes the destinies of all who roam here. Lion prides, led by powerful males, patrol their domains with unwavering vigilance. Their roars are both a warning and a proclamation, echoing across the plains to assert dominance and deter rivals. The leopard, ever elusive, glides through dense riverine forests and rocky outcrops. Its spotted coat blends seamlessly with dappled light, allowing it to ambush prey with lethal efficiency. On the open plains, the cheetah's pursuit is a breathtaking display of speed and agility. Every muscle, every sinew is tuned for the chase, as it closes the distance in a matter of seconds. These apex predators, each with their own strengths and strategies, command respect and fear. Yet their reign is never uncontested. The Mara is a crowded kingdom where predators and prey are locked in a perpetual contest of wits and endurance. Every encounter, every decision can mean the difference between life and death. Hyenas, with their powerful jaws and intricate social hierarchies, are both rivals and scavengers. They test the patience of lions, challenge leopards for stolen kills, and exploit every opportunity the savanna offers. Smaller predators like the cunning jackal and the agile serval move through the shadows, seizing moments that the giants overlook. Their survival depends on adaptability and keen senses. The great herbivores, elephants, buffalo, and hippos, are not mere bystanders. Their immense strength and protective instincts can turn the tables on any predator, shaping the land and the lives of all who inhabit it. This is the untold story of the Maasai Mara, a kingdom of predators, where every day is a test of skill, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between life and the land. Across the sweeping savannas and dense thickets of Kenya, wild cats have evolved intricate family structures, complex power dynamics, and ingenious survival strategies. The lion, with its iconic mane and thunderous roar, is the very symbol of African power, but it is only one of several remarkable feline species that call this land home. Nowhere is the social complexity of wild cats more apparent than in the Maasai Mara, where each species has carved out its own niche, adapting its social life to the demands of the environment. Lions are the only truly social cats, living in large family groups called prides. In contrast, leopards and servals are solitary by nature, while cheetahs display a fascinating mix of both solitary and social behaviors. A typical lion pride is a close-knit community, usually consisting of several related lionesses, their cubs, and a few dominant adult males who protect the territory. Cheetah mothers, on the other hand, raise their cubs alone, fiercely defending them from predators, while male cheetahs may form coalitions, often brothers, who cooperate to control territory and increase their chances of mating. Life within the pride is governed by a strict hierarchy. Dominance is asserted through displays of strength and ritualized aggression with clear roles for each member. Among cheetahs, coalitions are led by the most assertive male, while solitary cats like leopards and servals rely on stealth and territorial marking to maintain their domains. A powerful male, such as the formidable leader Dire, often sits at the top of the lion pride. His presence is both a shield and a threat, deterring rival males and ensuring the continuity of his bloodline. In cheetah coalitions, leadership is more fluid, but the bond between brothers is unbreakable, allowing them to defend territory and hunt larger prey together. The authority of a dominant lion is absolute. He maintains order, claims mating rights, and ensures the safety of his lineage. In one documented case, Dare successfully repelled a coalition of younger males, sustaining his reign for over 4 years, a rare feat in the wild. The deep, resonant roars of a lion are not just a warning to rivals, they are a proclamation of his rule over his kingdom. Cheetahs, by contrast, use high-pitched chirps and purrs to communicate with their young, while leopards rely on rasping calls to announce their presence. The lionesses are the heart and soul of the pride, forming lifelong bonds with their sisters and daughters. In cheetah families, the mother's devotion is absolute. She grooms, feeds, and fiercely protects her cubs, often moving them to new hiding spots to avoid detection. Lionesses are the primary hunters, working together with remarkable coordination to bring down large prey like wildebeest and zebra. Cheetah mothers hunt alone, relying on explosive speed and stealth to catch smaller antelope, then quickly returning to their cubs before scavengers arrive. Often hunting under the cover of darkness, lionesses use teamwork to stalk, encircle, and ambush their targets. Cheetahs prefer the early morning or late afternoon, when their keen eyesight gives them an advantage and the heat is less intense. However, the role of females extends far beyond hunting. They are the primary caregivers, nurturing the next generation with patience and vigilance. Lionesses raise their cubs collectively, sharing nursing duties and grooming. In cheetah families, the mother alone provides for her young, but her dedication is unwavering. She may move her litter every few days to avoid predators. When a lioness gives birth, she often separates from the pride for the first few weeks, keeping her vulnerable newborns hidden in dense thicket. Cheetah mothers do the same, using tall grass and termite mounds as nurseries. Both lionesses and cheetah mothers move their cubs frequently, carrying them gently one by one to avoid attracting the attention of predators, including other male lions, hyenas, and leopards, all of whom pose a deadly threat to the young. Raising cubs on the savannah is a perilous task. Mortality rates are high, with threats lurking at every turn, from rival males to opportunistic scavengers. Once lion cubs are about 2 months old, their mother introduces them to the rest of the pride, where they are greeted with curiosity and affection. In cheetah families, cubs may encounter coalition males, but only after the mother is certain it is safe. Lion cubs are raised in a communal nursery, suckling from any lactating female and playing under the watchful eyes of their aunts and mothers. Cheetah cubs, though fewer in number, benefit from their mother's constant vigilance and the cover of tall grass. This cooperative upbringing increases the chances of survival for lion cubs, while cheetah cubs rely on their mother's mobility and stealth to evade danger. Feeding time reveals the strict social order among lions. The dominant male typically eats first, followed by the lionesses, and finally the cubs. In cheetah families, the mother eats quickly, then allows her cubs to feed, always wary of approaching scavengers. The hierarchy is clear and unyielding, but in moments of abundance, even a powerful male like Dare may be seen allowing cubs to eat alongside him, a rare display of tolerance in the wild. In the strong family bonds of a stable pride, these moments of unity reinforce the social fabric, while in cheetah families, the mother's sacrifice is evident in every meal she shares. The unity of the pride is its greatest strength. For cheetahs, coalitions and family groups offer protection and increase hunting success, while solitary leopards rely on stealth and cunning to survive. Through collective power, lions can defend vast territories, protect their young from danger, and hunt prey far larger than any single lion could manage alone. Cheetah coalitions have been observed successfully driving off hyenas, while leopards and servals use agility and secrecy to outwit their enemies. Communal roars of lions, which can travel for miles, reinforce their bonds and intimidate intruders. Cheetahs and leopards use a range of vocalizations to communicate, from chirps and purrs to rasping coughs. The pride is a fortress of family, a dynasty built on cooperation and ruled by strength. For solitary cats, the family bond is brief but intense, with mothers investing everything in the survival of their young. These social structures, whether the mighty pride of lions, the tight-knit coalition of cheetahs, or the solitary devotion of leopards and servals, have allowed Kenya's wild cats to thrive for thousands of years. Each strategy is a testament to the power of adaptation, cooperation, and resilience in a world where only the most resourceful survive. In stark contrast to the communal life of the lion, the leopard walks a path of solitude. Every aspect of its existence is shaped by the need to survive alone, without the support of a pride or coalition. This magnificent cat is a master of camouflage and stealth, a silent hunter who thrives in the shadows. Its solitary nature demands a heightened awareness of its surroundings, and every movement is calculated to avoid detection by both prey and rival predators. A female leopard, such as Lorianne, exemplifies the resourcefulness and independence of her species. She must balance the demands of motherhood with the constant challenges of solitary life. She is a devoted mother to her 7-month-old cub, but her vigilance never wavers. Every day is a test of her ability to provide and protect, relying solely on her own instincts and strength. Unlike a lioness, she has no pride to help her hunt or defend her territory. The solitary leopard must be both hunter and guardian, always alert to threats from larger predators and opportunistic scavengers. Every meal is the result of her own cunning. The leopard's hunting technique is a blend of patience, precision, and explosive power. She spends hours observing her environment, reading the wind, and choosing the perfect moment to strike. Her spotted coat is not just beautiful, it is essential. The rosettes break up her outline, allowing her to melt into the dappled light of the bush. This camouflage is her greatest asset, making her nearly invisible as she stalks her prey. The leopard's hunting strategy is built on patience. She waits in ambush, sometimes for hours, her muscles coiled and ready. When the opportunity arises, she launches herself in a burst of speed, aiming for a swift, silent kill. Lorianne might spend the better part of a day creeping up on an unsuspecting impala, her body pressed low to the ground, using every blade of grass and every shadow for cover. She knows that a single misstep could alert her prey or attract unwanted attention from other predators. When the moment is right, she bursts from her hiding place in a short, powerful rush. Her attack is calculated for maximum efficiency, aiming for the throat or the nape of the neck to ensure a quick, silent kill. Securing the meal is only half the battle. The open savanna is filled with dangers, and the scent of a fresh kill can travel far, drawing in hyenas, lions, and other scavengers. On the plains, a kill is never truly safe. Hyenas and lions are quick to investigate, and a solitary leopard cannot hope to fend off a determined group of scavengers. To protect her hard-won prize, Lauriane must act quickly. She relies on her incredible strength, dragging her prey away from the open and into cover or up into the branches of a tree. Few predators can match the leopard's ability to hoist heavy carcasses high into the trees. Here, she creates a private larder, safe from most thieves, and can feed in relative peace. For a mother leopard, the challenge is twofold. She must not only hunt and protect her kill, but also ensure the safety of her cub. While she's away hunting, her cub remains hidden, silent and motionless, in a dense thicket or rocky crevice. The cub's survival depends on its ability to remain unseen, as any sound or movement could attract danger. After making a kill, Lauriane may face a long journey back to retrieve her young one, traveling for over an hour under the relentless African sun. The journey is fraught with risks, from rival predators to the harsh elements. Once the coast is clear, she guides her cub to the secured carcass. Here, in the safety of the branches, the cub can feed and learn the vital skills it will need to survive. This period of maternal care is intense and demanding. The cub is constantly learning, absorbing every lesson from its mother. By watching her, the cub learns how to stalk, how to climb, and how to remain unseen. These lessons are crucial, for soon the cub will be forced to survive on its own. After 6 to 8 months, the young leopard is driven away to find its own territory. This is a harsh but necessary step, ensuring that each leopard carves out its own space in the vast wilderness. Territory management is a constant challenge. Leopards mark their boundaries with scent and claw marks, patrolling vast areas that can span dozens of square kilometers. They must balance the need to defend their range with the risk of attracting attention from rivals. While Lauriane may target larger prey like impala when providing for her cub, a solitary leopard is an opportunist. Its diet is as varied as the landscape it inhabits. It will hunt anything from birds to rodents, fish, and even insects. This adaptability is the key to its survival, allowing it to thrive in environments where other predators might struggle. One might observe a leopard hunting a rabbit and immediately taking it up a tree to eat in peace, away from the ever-present threat of competition on the savanna floor. The solitary life of the leopard is a constant test of skill, strength, and intelligence. Its ability to live and hunt alone, to adapt to changing conditions, and to defend its territory against all odds has made it one of Africa's most successful and elusive predators, a silent phantom of the wilderness, and a true testament to the power of the individual. The cheetah is the ultimate symbol of speed, a marvel of evolution perfectly engineered for the chase across the vast, open grasslands of the Maasai Mara. Every aspect of its body is designed for one purpose: to outrun its prey in a breathtaking burst of acceleration. With a slender, aerodynamic frame, long, powerful legs, and a spine that acts like a spring, the cheetah is the fastest land animal on Earth. It can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds, aided by semi-retractable claws for traction and a long tail for balance during high-speed turns. But this extraordinary specialization comes at a cost. The cheetah's lightweight build, while perfect for speed, leaves it vulnerable and unable to defend itself against larger predators. Unlike the muscular lion or the powerful leopard, the cheetah lacks brute strength and must rely on other strategies to survive in a landscape dominated by formidable rivals. To compensate, Male cheetahs often form coalitions, tight-knit alliances, usually between brothers, that last a lifetime. These coalitions are the foundation of cheetah social structure among males, providing strength in numbers and a shared strategy for survival. A coalition of 4 brothers, for example, becomes a formidable hunting and territorial unit, able to defend their range and work together to bring down prey. This brotherhood dramatically increases their chances of success and survival, allowing them to stand their ground against threats and coordinate their efforts in a world filled with more powerful predators. Hunting as a team, a cheetah coalition is a marvel of coordination and communication. Each member knows its role, whether it's leading the stalk, flanking the prey, or waiting to ambush. In the short grass of the plains, where stealth is difficult, cheetahs rely on teamwork and strategy rather than concealment. Their keen eyesight allows them to spot prey from great distances, and their silent communication ensures a coordinated approach. Some members of the group may act as a distraction, rushing into a herd of wildebeest or gazelles to create chaos and confusion, while others position themselves for the perfect chase. At the critical moment, one cheetah explodes into action, launching the chase with astonishing speed and precision. Their explosive acceleration is their greatest weapon, but it comes with a price. The cheetah's sprint is a short-lived burst, lasting only 20 to 30 seconds before exhaustion sets in. The hunt is an all-or-nothing gamble, a burst of energy that leaves the cheetah utterly spent, vulnerable to both injury and opportunistic rivals. Working together, the brothers can isolate a target and bring it down with remarkable efficiency, conserving precious energy and improving their odds of securing a meal. Yet, a successful hunt is only the beginning of their struggle. The open plains offer little cover, and the scent of a fresh kill quickly attracts unwanted attention. The cheetah's greatest challenge is not catching its prey, but keeping it. Their slight build makes them extremely vulnerable to other predators, especially those that practice kleptoparasitism, stealing food from others. Hyenas, jackals, and even vultures are quick to converge on a cheetah's kill. The cheetah's only defense is to eat as quickly as possible before being overwhelmed. After an exhausting chase, the coalition must recover their stamina while devouring their prize, always alert for the approach of more powerful scavengers. The scent of a fresh kill travels fast on the Savannah breeze, and it is not long before opportunistic hyenas arrive, drawn by the promise of an easy meal. Even a coalition of cheetahs is no match for a determined clan of hyenas. Their only option is often to abandon their hard-won meal. The rising hyena population in the Maasai Mara has become a significant threat, forcing cheetahs to hunt more frequently and increasing the risk of injury and exhaustion. Time and again, these magnificent hunters are driven off their kills before they have had a chance to eat their fill, a harsh reality of life on the savannah. One moment, the cheetahs stand over their hard-won prize. The next, they are forced to retreat as a cackling mob of hyenas moves in to steal it. This relentless cycle of hunting and loss forces cheetahs to expend vital energy, increasing the risk of injury and making every meal a hard-fought victory. For the cheetah, life is a precarious balance of speed, cooperation, and constant vigilance, a daily struggle to survive in a world where only the swiftest and most united endure. Among the other fast predators of the savannah, African wild dogs stand out for their own unique adaptations. Though not as fast as cheetahs, wild dogs rely on endurance, teamwork, and complex social bonds to run down prey over long distances. Their tightly knit packs communicate through vocalizations and body language, making them some of the most efficient hunters in Africa. The serval, another swift feline of the savannah, uses its long legs and acute hearing to hunt rodents and birds in tall grass. Its solitary nature contrasts with the cheetah's brotherhood, but its agility and speed are equally impressive adaptations for survival. The caracal, with its powerful hind legs and remarkable leaping ability, is capable of snatching birds out of the air. Its solitary hunting style and stealthy approach highlight the diversity of strategies among Africa's fast predators. Whether through the Brotherhood of cheetahs, the pack unity of wild dogs, or the solitary prowess of servals and caracoles, the predators of Kenya's savannah have evolved a stunning array of adaptations. Each is a testament to the power of speed, the strength of social bonds, and the relentless drive to survive in one of the world's most challenging environments. Often misunderstood and unfairly maligned, the spotted hyena is actually one of the most intelligent and socially complex animals on the savannah. But the savannah is also home to a remarkable cast of lesser-known wildcats, each equipped with their own unique survival skills and clever behaviors. Far from being mere scavengers, hyenas are incredibly successful predators, their presence a dominant force in the Maasai Mara. Meanwhile, the serval, with its elongated legs and oversized ears, is a master of stealth and precision. It hunts primarily by sound, detecting the faintest rustle of a rodent or bird hidden in the grass, then launching a vertical leap to snatch its prey with astonishing accuracy. Hyenas live in large, intricate social groups called clans, which can number up to 80 individuals. In contrast, the African wildcat is a solitary and elusive hunter, relying on camouflage and patience. It moves silently through the undergrowth, using its keen night vision to ambush small mammals and birds, rarely revealing itself to larger predators or human observers. Hyena clans are matriarchal, ruled by a dominant female, often referred to as the queen. The caracal, another secretive feline, is renowned for its agility and explosive power. With its signature ear tufts and muscular build, the caracal can leap up to 3 meters in the air to snatch birds in flight, a testament to its extraordinary reflexes and strength. Social status in hyena clans is inherited, with the queen's descendants enjoying a privileged position. Among wild cats, survival skills are passed from mother to offspring through careful observation and imitation. Serval kittens, for example, watch their mothers intently, learning the art of the silent stalk and the precise timing of the pounce. This female-led society is a rarity in the mammal world and is key to the hyena's collective success. For the African wildcat, survival depends on remaining unseen. Kittens are born with cryptic coloration, instinctively freezing at the slightest hint of danger, a behavior that greatly increases their chances of reaching adulthood. The clan's den is the center of their social world. For wildcats, dens are equally vital. Caracoles and wildcats select hidden crevices or dense thickets, providing shelter from both predators and the harsh savanna sun. Hyenas often use a network of interconnected tunnels originally dug by warthogs or aardvarks, providing a safe haven for the clan's youngest members. Similarly, serval kittens practice their hunting skills in the safety of concealed burrows, honing their abilities before venturing into the open. Hyena cubs are born with their eyes open and a full set of teeth, ready to compete from their first moments. Wildcat kittens, though more vulnerable, are fiercely protected by their mothers, who remain ever vigilant for threats. Hyena cubs do not begin to eat meat until about 8 months old, relying solely on their mother's rich milk. Serval and wildcat mothers also provide extended care, grooming, and feeding their young until they are ready to hunt independently. Within the den, hyena cubs learn the complex social rules of the clan, establishing their place in the hierarchy. For wildcats, play fighting is essential for developing the coordination and strength needed for solo hunting. This structured social environment prepares hyenas for a life of both cooperation and competition. Wildcat kittens, meanwhile, perfect their stealth and ambush techniques through playful mimicry of real hunts. While hyenas are famously effective scavengers, often seen squabbling with vultures over a carcass, wildcats are consummate solo hunters, rarely sharing their hard-won meals. An adult hyena needs 2 to 4 kilograms of meat each day and cannot rely on leftovers alone. Caracoles and servals, though much smaller, are equally dependent on a steady supply of prey, often consuming several small animals each night to meet their energy needs. Hyenas are formidable hunters, capable of running down prey over long distances and using their powerful, bone-crushing jaws. The serval's hunting style is the opposite: short, explosive bursts of speed and pinpoint accuracy, making it one of the most efficient small mammal hunters in Africa. The true genius of the hyena lies in its opportunism. Wildcats, too, are masters of adaptability. African wildcats constantly assess scent trails, shifting their hunting grounds to avoid competition and maximize success. Hyenas are masters of kleptoparasitism, using their numbers and tenacity to intimidate other predators and steal their kills. Wild cats, on the other hand, rely on stealth and timing, often waiting until larger predators have moved on before claiming what remains. A coalition of cheetahs or a solitary leopard stands little chance against a determined hyena mob. For servals and wildcats, survival often means knowing when to disappear, melting into the landscape at the first sign of danger. The hyena's success is, understandably, a source of conflict for other predators. Wildcats avoid direct confrontation, using their acute senses and intimate knowledge of their territory to evade larger threats. As hyena numbers have grown in the Mara, they have placed immense pressure on cheetah and leopard populations, frequently stealing their food. For smaller wildcats, the key to survival is remaining invisible, slipping away before danger arrives. The distinctive whooping calls and cackling laughter of hyenas are a constant sound of the African night. In the quiet spaces between, the serval listens for the faintest movement, its world defined by sound and shadow. Hyenas are not villains, but highly adapted survivors playing their role in the ecosystem. The wildcats, too, are essential threads in the fabric of the savannah, each one a specialist in the art of survival. The hyena clan, with its powerful matriarch, complex social bonds, and versatile survival strategies, is a true powerhouse of the savannah. Alongside them, the serval, caracal, and African wildcat demonstrate the remarkable diversity of survival skills and intelligence that define the wildcats of Kenya, each a testament to the ingenuity and resilience required to thrive in this untamed land. While the great cats and hyenas dominate the landscape, the Maasai Mara is also home to a fascinating cast of smaller, more specialized predators, each playing a vital role in the intricate web of life on the savannah. Among these are the black-backed jackal and the serval, two remarkable hunters whose unique adaptations allow them to thrive where others might struggle. The black-backed jackal is a clever and highly adaptable canid, instantly recognizable by its sharp features and distinctive dark saddle. Jackals are opportunistic hunters, able to exploit a wide range of food sources, from insects and small mammals to the remains of larger predators' kills. Their intelligence is matched by their resourcefulness. Jackals are often seen using cunning tactics to outwit both prey and competitors. Socially, jackals are known for forming monogamous pairs, working together to hunt and raise their young, a strategy that increases their chances of survival in a challenging environment. The family unit is tightly knit. Both parents participate in rearing the pups, teaching them essential survival skills through play and observation. After successful hunts, adults return to the den to regurgitate food for their hungry offspring, ensuring the next generation is well nourished and prepared for life on the plains. Their diet is impressively varied. Jackals consume insects, rodents, birds, and even the vulnerable young of antelope species, making them important regulators of prey populations. Their keen senses and relentless persistence are their greatest assets, allowing them to track and capture elusive prey. In rare and extraordinary cases, jackals have been observed targeting prey much larger than themselves, such as adult Thompson's gazelles. When opportunity arises, a jackal may single out a wounded or weakened animal, using patience and stamina to wear it down. Rather than launching a direct attack, the jackal employs a strategy of relentless harassment, nipping at the heels and keeping the prey in constant motion. This method gradually exhausts the prey, exploiting any injury or weakness until the animal can no longer flee. Eventually, the prey succumbs to fatigue, allowing the jackal to claim its hard-earned meal. This remarkable tenacity demonstrates the jackal's ability to overcome challenges far greater than its size would suggest. By taking down larger prey, jackals help control herbivore populations and provide food for scavengers, reinforcing their ecological importance. On the savannah, survival is not just a matter of strength or size, but of intelligence, adaptability, and perseverance. The jackal's success is a testament to the power of strategy and determination in the wild. Their role as both predator and scavenger makes them a crucial link in the savannah's food chain, ensuring that nothing goes to waste. In the tall, whispering grasses, another specialist stalks the shadows, the serval, a feline built for stealth and precision. With its slender body, elongated legs, and strikingly large ears, the serval is perfectly adapted for life in the grasslands. The serval is renowned for its extraordinary hunting success rate, often exceeding 50%, the highest among all wildcats. Its secret weapon is its acute sense of hearing. The serval's oversized ears can detect the faintest rustle of a rodent beneath the grass. Each ear can pivot independently, acting like a finely tuned radar system, scanning for the slightest movement. This adaptation allows the serval to pinpoint prey hidden deep within the undergrowth, even when it is completely out of sight. The serval will often stand motionless, its body tense and focused, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Its long legs not only provide a better vantage point, but also enable the cat to launch itself high into the air in pursuit of prey. When the serval locates its target, it crouches low, muscles coiled in anticipation. In a split second, it springs upward in a high, arching leap, sometimes reaching over 2 meters in height. The serval lands with pinpoint accuracy, pinning its unsuspecting victim beneath its powerful front paws. This hunting technique is especially effective for catching rodents and birds concealed in thick vegetation, prey that larger predators often overlook. After a successful catch, a female serval may be seen toying with her prey, tossing it into the air or batting it with her paws. This behavior, while it may seem playful, is actually a vital part of honing her hunting skills and ensuring her reflexes remain razor-sharp. It is a form of practice, a way to perfect the techniques that make her such an efficient predator. Each pounce, each calculated movement is a rehearsal for the next hunt. This constant refinement ensures the serval remains at the peak of its predatory abilities. The serval's specialized anatomy and hunting prowess allow it to exploit a niche that few others can, targeting prey that is abundant yet often ignored by larger carnivores. In doing so, the serval helps regulate populations of small mammals and birds, maintaining balance within the ecosystem. Both jackals and servals are perfect examples of how specialization and adaptability can lead to success in the wild, each fulfilling a unique and essential role in the dynamic world of the African savanna. The Maasai Mara is not just a stage for predators, it is also the domain of colossal herbivores whose presence shapes the very fabric of the ecosystem. Here, the lives of wildcats and these giants are inextricably linked, each influencing the other's fate in subtle and dramatic ways. The African elephant, the largest land animal on Earth, is a powerful force of nature. For the wildcats, elephants are both obstacles and unwitting allies. Their sheer size and strength make them untouchable, but their movements across the plains open up new pathways and feeding grounds for lions, leopards, and cheetahs. Bull elephants, in particular, engage in sparring matches that are not intended to cause serious injury, but are a crucial way to establish hierarchy and test each other's strength. These displays can disrupt the hunting plans of nearby predators, forcing wildcats to adapt and wait for the giants to move on. As elephants roam in family groups, their immense appetites alter the landscape. By pushing over trees and clearing vegetation, they create open grasslands that benefit grazers and, in turn, the wildcats that hunt them. The balance between destruction and renewal is delicate, but essential for the survival of both predator and prey. For predators, a full-grown elephant is an untouchable fortress, and even the most confident lion will give them a wide berth. Yet, the presence of elephants can flush out smaller prey, inadvertently assisting the wild cats in their hunt. Down in the rivers and waterholes, another giant holds sway, the hippopotamus. Hippos dominate the waterways, and their territorial nature can create both hazards and opportunities for wildcats. By day, hippos congregate in the water to stay cool, living in groups controlled by a dominant male who fiercely defends his territory. For leopards and lions, approaching waterholes becomes a calculated risk, as a single misstep can provoke a deadly charge. A bull hippo will guard a stretch of river of about 200 meters, along with his harem of females, challenging any rival who dares to enter. Wildcats, especially leopards, must be vigilant when coming to drink, as the hippo's aggression is legendary. Despite their seemingly lazy demeanor, hippos are notoriously aggressive and are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large animal. For wildcats, a hippo's charge is a force to be respected, and even the boldest predator will retreat in the face of such power. At night, hippos emerge from the water to graze, consuming up to 60 kilograms of grass each. Their nocturnal wanderings can bring them into the same territory as lions and leopards, leading to tense encounters where both parties weigh the risks of confrontation. Their size and formidable jaws make them a dangerous proposition for any hunter. Wild cats, ever opportunistic, may attempt to prey on young or weakened hippos, but such attempts are rare and fraught with peril. Perhaps the most unpredictable of the large herbivores is the African buffalo. For the wildcats, buffalo represent both opportunity and mortal danger. These powerful bovines, with their massive, curved horns, are known for their formidable defensive capabilities and collective herd strength. Lions often target buffalo herds, but success depends on teamwork, timing, and a measure of luck. A herd of buffalo can stand its ground against a whole pride of lions, often working together to protect their calves and drive the predators away. The wildcats must constantly assess the herd's mood and cohesion, searching for any sign of weakness or separation. However, a solitary old bull, separated from the herd, can be a tempting target for lions. These battles are fierce and dangerous, with both predator and prey risking injury or death. Yet even alone, a buffalo is an incredibly dangerous animal. Lions must use all their strength and strategy to bring down such a formidable opponent, and often the cost is high. A group of lionesses with cubs will retreat cautiously from a lone buffalo at a watering hole, knowing that one wrong move could result in a fatal charge. The balance of power shifts constantly, with each encounter shaped by the animal's health, hunger, and determination. These giants are not just passive parts of the scenery, they are active participants in the daily drama of the Mara. Their movements, behaviors, and interactions with wild cats help maintain the delicate ecological balance of the savannah. The presence of elephants, hippos, and buffaloes influences where and how wild cats hunt. Predators must constantly adapt, altering their strategies to avoid conflict with these powerful herbivores while seeking out opportunities created by their movements. A pride of lions may be forced to change its path to avoid a herd of elephants, while a leopard must be wary of a territorial hippo when coming to drink. These interactions are a testament to the complex web of relationships that define life in the Mara. The buffalo in particular represents both a potential meal and a mortal danger for the lions, highlighting the constant risk assessment that is part of a predator's life. Every hunt is a gamble, and the outcome is never certain. The great herbivores are the architects and guardians of the savannah, their power and unpredictability a constant reminder that in this kingdom even the kings must tread carefully. The wildcats and the giants are locked in a perpetual dance, each shaping the destiny of the other, and together they sustain the wild heart of the Maasai Mara. The Maasai Mara is a living tapestry, woven from the countless threads of animal lives, each species shaping and being shaped by the others. Here, the fate of one is inseparable from the fate of all, and every interaction, no matter how subtle, ripples through the ecosystem. The relationship between predator and prey is a complex, ever-evolving dance. Gazelles and impalas rely on sharp senses and communal vigilance, sounding alarm calls that ripple across the plains, alerting not just their own kind, but zebras and wildebeest as well. Predators, in turn, adapt their strategies, lions using stealth and teamwork, cheetahs relying on bursts of speed, and leopards on solitary ambush. The great wildebeest migration is the heartbeat of the Mara, drawing in not only predators but also scavengers and opportunists. As the herds move, they trample grass, disperse seeds, and fertilize the soil, shaping the very landscape they traverse. The arrival of these vast herds provides a seasonal bounty. Lion prides feast and raise their cubs, cheetah mothers teach their young to hunt, and hyena clans grow strong. Even after the predators have eaten, scavenger birds descend, ensuring nothing goes to waste. Predators regulate herbivore populations, targeting the weak, the sick, and the old. This natural selection keeps the herds healthy, while scavengers and insects complete the cycle, returning nutrients to the earth. Competition is fierce, not just between predator and prey, but among predators themselves. Lions and hyenas clash over territory and food, while leopards and cheetahs must avoid both to protect their kills and cubs. Night brings new dynamics, as nocturnal hunters and scavengers vie for advantage under the cover of darkness. The three great cats, lion, leopard, and cheetah, have evolved to minimize direct conflict. Lions dominate open grasslands and hunt in groups, leopards rule the trees and thickets, and cheetahs favor the open plains. Even their cubs are raised in different microhabitats, reducing the risk of fatal encounters. Lions use teamwork and strength to bring down formidable prey like buffalo. Their coordinated hunts a display of social intelligence. Leopards, solitary and secretive, rely on stealth and the safety of trees, hoisting their kills out of reach of rivals and scavengers. Cheetahs, the fastest land animals, depend on speed and open space. Their hunts a test of both endurance and precision, yet their territories often overlap, leading to tense encounters. A cheetah may abandon its kill at the approach of a lion, while a leopard may wait until nightfall to descend from the trees. The hyena clan is a force unto itself, both feared and respected. Their social structure rivals that of lions, and their intelligence allows them to outwit even the most cunning predators. Hyenas are both hunters and scavengers, often stealing kills from cheetahs or even lions. Their presence at a kill can turn a solitary meal into a chaotic contest, with the outcome never certain. The constant threat of hyenas forces cheetahs to eat quickly and leopards to hide their prey, illustrating how the success of one species can create challenges for another. Even the smallest creatures play vital roles. Dung beetles recycle nutrients, termites aerate the soil, and mongooses form gangs to mob snakes, protecting themselves and other small mammals. The black-backed jackal, a clever opportunist, scavenges and hunts, helping to keep rodent and insect populations in check. Bat-eared foxes, with their enormous ears, specialize in hunting beetles and termites, further balancing the ecosystem. The serval, with its extraordinary hearing, detects the faintest rustle of rodents and frogs, keeping populations of these elusive creatures under control. The giant herbivores, elephants and giraffes, reshape the landscape. Elephants knock down trees, opening up grasslands, while giraffes prune the treetops, allowing sunlight to reach new growth below. Elephants act as ecosystem engineers, transforming woodlands into open plains, creating new grazing grounds for wildebeest, zebra, and antelope. These changes ripple outward, providing more hunting opportunities for cheetahs and other predators that depend on open terrain. Hippos, though rarely seen by day, emerge at night to graze, mowing the grasslands around rivers and ponds. Their dung fertilizes the water, feeding fish and aquatic insects, which in turn attract birds, crocodiles, and otters, linking the land and water ecosystems. This web of life is a finely tuned system where every action has a reaction, and every species is both a player and a product of the savanna's drama. From the dominant lion to the humble dung beetle, each animal has a role, some obvious, others hidden, but all essential. The roars of a lion pride echo across the plains, marking territory and warning rivals, shaping the movements of other predators and prey. The stealth of a leopard maintains a delicate balance in the shadows, keeping smaller herbivores alert and shaping their behavior. The speed of a cheetah tests the fitness of the gazelle herds, ensuring only the swiftest survive to breed. Interactions are endless and unpredictable, a lioness retreating from a charging buffalo, a wildebeest defending its calf from a jackal, a zebra kicking at a hyena, or a giraffe swinging its neck to deter a predator. A hyena stealing from a cheetah, only to be mobbed by vultures and marabou storks, shows how competition extends beyond mammals to birds and insects, each waiting for their turn. Jackals scavenge the remains of a lion's feast, while honey badgers, guided by birds, raid beehives and mongooses, exploit the chaos left by larger predators. The interplay extends to the rivers, where crocodiles ambush migrating herds and fish eagles swoop for prey, linking the aquatic and terrestrial worlds. It is this constant, dynamic and often brutal balancing act, unique, intricate, and endlessly fascinating, that makes the Maasai Mara a vibrant, resilient ecosystem, a living testament to the interconnectedness of all life on the savannah. The Maasai Mara, a realm where the ancient dance of predator and prey has played out for countless generations, now stands at a pivotal moment in its history. The lions, leopards, and cheetahs, icons of Africa's wild heart, face a future shadowed by uncertainty, their reign threatened as never before. These magnificent cats, each a masterpiece of evolution, are now officially listed as threatened with extinction, their numbers dwindling with every passing year. Once, the vastness of Africa promised them safety. Today, their survival is precarious, balanced on the edge of a vanishing wilderness. The daily dramas of the Mara, hunts at dusk, the tender bonds of a cheetah family, the silent stalk of a leopard, are now set against a backdrop of shrinking grasslands and mounting pressures. The threats are many, and though often invisible, their impact is profound. Habitat loss, prey depletion, and the relentless advance of change are eroding the very foundation of wild cat survival. Poaching, both direct and indirect, continues to claim victims. Every lost antelope, every stolen life, weakens the intricate web that sustains these predators. Conflict at the boundaries of wilderness and settlement brings further peril. When wild cats stray in search of food, the consequences can be fatal, not just for the cats, but for the fragile trust between nature and people. As settlements and farmland steadily encroach, the Mara's open spaces are carved into fragments, isolating populations and making survival ever more difficult. Retaliation for livestock losses often comes in the form of poison, silent, indiscriminate, and devastating. It can erase entire prides in a single night. The wild, open grasslands that once stretched to the horizon are now broken by fences and boundaries, confining the great cats to ever smaller domains. In this changing landscape, protected areas like the Maasai Mara National Reserve and its conservancies are sanctuaries, lifelines for the future of wild cats. Within these refuges, prey animals can graze in safety, and the great cats can hunt, raise their young, and live as they have for millennia. Here, researchers and conservationists work tirelessly, studying the cats' movements, understanding their needs, and crafting strategies to secure their future. Tourism, when managed responsibly, brings vital resources to conservation, transforming the presence of wildcats into a source of hope and opportunity for the region. The fate of Kenya's wildcats is not yet sealed. It is a story still being written, and we are all its authors. Their future depends on our resolve, on the choices we make today to protect the last wild places and the creatures that define them. It will take unwavering commitment to end poaching, to restore lost habitats, and to ensure that the Mara's wild cats are not forced into the shadows of extinction. The lion's thunderous roar, the leopard's silent prowl, the cheetah's lightning sprint, these are the living pulse of the savannah, vital signs of a healthy, thriving ecosystem. If we lose them, we lose more than beauty and wonder. We lose a vital part of the world's soul, a legacy that can never be reclaimed. The call for conservation is urgent, heartfelt, and real. It is a call to action, to responsibility, and to hope. A promise that the wildcats of Kenya will not vanish on our watch, but will continue to inspire awe for generations yet to come. As dusk settles over the Maasai Mara, the golden savannah transforms into a world cloaked in shadow and silence. For the wildcats of Kenya, nightfall is not a time for rest, but the beginning of a new chapter, a realm where their true nature emerges. Under the pale light of the moon, lions become silent phantoms, their prides dispersing into the darkness. The cool air sharpens their senses, making every rustle, every scent, a possible sign of prey. Working together, lionesses move with ghost-like precision, fanning out to encircle unsuspecting herds. Their patience is legendary. Sometimes they wait motionless for hours, allowing the night's cover to draw them ever closer to their quarry. When the time is right, a swift charge erupts from the shadows, powerful bodies closing the distance in seconds. The night amplifies their advantage. Startled prey, disoriented by darkness, rarely escapes their coordinated assault. Elsewhere, the solitary leopard claims the hour as its own. With unmatched stealth, it glides through thickets and along riverbanks, its spotted coat melting into the dappled moonlight. Leopards rarely rely on brute force. Instead, they are masters of ambush. They stalk small antelope, hares, and even birds roosting low in the trees, using the night to mask their approach. A sudden leap, a swift bite, and the hunt is over. Victorious, the leopard hauls its prize into the branches above, safe from scavengers that also prowl the night. The cheetah, built for speed in daylight, becomes a careful observer after dusk. Though rarely hunting in the dark, cheetahs remain vigilant, aware that the night belongs to rivals. They keep their young close, avoiding the territories of hyenas and lions, whose nocturnal dominance poses a constant threat. As wildcats move through the night, they are not alone. Hyenas cackle in the distance, their keen noses searching for leftovers from a lion's feast. Jackals dart between shadows, ever watchful for scraps. The serval, a lesser-known feline, uses oversized ears to pinpoint the slightest movement of rodents in the grass, launching acrobatic leaps to snare its prey. The bush comes alive with the calls of nocturnal birds, the scurrying of aardvarks, and the slow, deliberate steps of porcupines. The interplay between predator and prey is heightened at night. Gazelles bed down in tight groups, relying on numbers and sharp senses to survive the hours of darkness. Bats swoop low, feasting on insects disturbed by the movement below. Even the wind seems to hold its breath, carrying the scents and sounds of the savannah's secret life. For the wild cats of Kenya, the night is both a hunting ground and a gauntlet. Every shadow holds the promise of a meal, or the risk of an ambush. It is a world ruled by instinct, patience, and the eternal dance between hunger and survival. Here, beneath the stars, the true essence of the Mara's wild cats is revealed. Silent, powerful, and forever woven into the fabric of the African night. As the first rays of dawn spill across the savannah, a different story unfolds. One rarely seen, yet vital to the future of Kenya's wild cats. Deep within a hidden thicket or a secluded den, the tiniest members of the feline kingdom begin their journey. The cubs. Born blind and utterly helpless, lion, leopard, and cheetah cubs enter a world filled with both wonder and danger. For the first weeks of life, these fragile youngsters depend entirely on their mothers. Lionesses, ever vigilant, move their cubs frequently, carrying them gently in powerful jaws to avoid detection by predators. The den is a sanctuary, cloaked in secrecy, where the cubs' mewling calls are muffled by thick grass. Here, their lives revolve around warmth, milk, and the steady heartbeat of their mother. Leopard cubs, cradled in rocky crevices or dense undergrowth, are hidden from prying eyes. Their mothers leave them for hours at a time to hunt, returning silently with food and reassurance. Every moment alone is a lesson in patience and stillness, a crucial skill for survival in the wild. Cheetah cubs, with their distinctive mantle of silvery fur, blend into the waving grasses. This camouflage, paired with their mother's vigilance, helps protect them from the ever-present threat of hyenas, lions, and even eagles. A cheetah mother will move her litter frequently, seeking new hiding places as the cubs grow stronger. Survival is never guaranteed. Sibling rivalry is fierce as cubs compete for nourishment. The weakest may not survive, and predators constantly patrol the borders of their hidden worlds. But adversity breeds resilience. At just a few weeks old, cubs begin to explore, tumbling clumsily over roots and each other, their play mimicking the skills they will need as hunters, pouncing, stalking, and wrestling. As months pass, the lessons intensify. Lion cubs join the pride, learning from older siblings and aunts, observing hunts from the safety of the shadows. Leopard cubs shadow their mother on silent patrols, absorbing every nuance of stealth and strategy. Cheetah cubs practice sprints, their bodies stretching toward the speed that will one day define them. Through play, mimicry, and the unyielding protection of their mothers, these cubs transform from vulnerable newborns into the next generation of predators. Each day survived is a victory, each lesson learned, a step closer to independence. In the wild, childhood is fleeting. The cubs of the Maasai Mara must grow quickly, for the savannah waits for no one. Their journey is perilous, but within every playful leap and cautious step lies the promise of the future, a new chapter in the timeless saga of the wildcats of Kenya. Across the vast expanse of the Kenyan savannah, change is constant. Seasons shift, rivers dwindle, and grasslands transform beneath the relentless African sun. For the wildcats of this land, lion, leopard, and cheetah, survival means adaptation, and evolution is their silent ally. As droughts lengthen and rains become unpredictable, lions have learned to expand their territories, tracking migrating prey herds over greater distances. Their muscular bodies, once built for short, powerful bursts, now endure longer journeys across parched earth. Prides fragment and reunite, following the rhythm of the land, their social bonds tested by scarcity. Leopards, ever the masters of stealth, have refined their solitary skills. In a landscape where cover shrinks and waterholes become battlegrounds, these elusive hunters shift to more nocturnal habits, stalking prey under the cover of darkness when the air is cooler and competition is fierce. Their spotted coats, evolving over generations, become even more cryptic, blending seamlessly with dappled moonlight and shifting shadows. Cheetahs, the swiftest of all, adapt in different ways. As open grasslands give way to thorny scrub and scattered trees, their hunting tactics evolve. Instead of relying solely on speed, they use bursts of acceleration in tighter quarters, weaving through dense brush with agile precision. Their long, slender bodies and semi-retractable claws provide both grip and balance on uneven ground, while their keen eyesight scans for movement from afar. All three species are masters of water conservation. They draw moisture from their prey and rest during the hottest hours, minimizing energy loss. Cubs, too, learn these lessons early, seeking shade, moving with the wind, and drinking sparingly from shrinking pools. As the climate continues to shift, wildcats in Kenya display remarkable resilience. Their whiskers sense subtle changes in the air, their senses attuned to the faintest rustle or scent. Evolution has gifted them with the tools to endure: flexible diets, keen intelligence, and bodies honed for both endurance and stealth. Yet, every adaptation is a gamble. The savannah is an ever-changing stage, and only those who can read its signs, bend with its winds, and move with its seasons will thrive. In this land of extremes, evolution never rests, and for Kenya's wildcats, adaptation is not just survival. It is the only way forward. Across the Kenyan savannah, an invisible language weaves through the grasslands, a language written in scent, sound, and subtle gestures. For wildcats, communication is a matter of survival, territory, and kinship. It is a world beyond words, where every mark, every call carries a message. Lions, the most social of Africa's big cats, use a symphony of roars, grunts, and growls to keep their pride united and warn rivals from afar. A lion's roar can travel up to 5 miles across the plains, a deep rolling thunder that declares, "This land is claimed." Within the pride, softer vocalizations like chuffs and purrs reinforce bonds, comfort cubs, and coordinate hunts. Even a flick of the tail or a gentle nuzzle speaks volumes in the language of lions. Leopards, elusive and solitary, rely on a more secretive form of communication. Their world is mapped by scent. With a deliberate rub against a tree trunk or a spritz of urine along a trail, a leopard leaves its calling card. A complex blend of chemical signals that tell others, "I am here." These scent marks reveal identity, reproductive status, and the boundaries of invisible territories. For a passing leopard, a single sniff can mean the difference between confrontation and avoidance, or between a solitary night and the chance of a mate. Cheetahs, too, are masters of scent. Males mark prominent features, fallen logs, termite mounds, or the bases of acacia trees, using strong-smelling sprays. These marks serve as beacons, guiding coalition partners back together after a hunt, or warning rivals to keep their distance. Females, meanwhile, leave subtler traces, signaling readiness to mate. Their gentle chirps and purrs, often exchanged between mother and cubs, help maintain contact in tall grasses where sight lines vanish. But communication is more than scent and sound. A twitch of the ear, a narrowing of the eyes, or a subtle shift in posture can signal intent, friendship, warning, or submission. Cubs learn these cues early, watching their mothers and siblings, decoding every gesture in the silent conversation of survival. Night falls, and the savannah comes alive with the language of wild cats. Roars echo in the distance, scent trails glisten in the moonlight, and unseen messages drift on the wind. In this world, communication is not just a tool. It is the thread that binds each cat to the land, to their kin, and to the delicate balance of life on the savannah. As dawn breaks over the Kenyan savannah, a new chapter unfolds, one shaped by both promise and uncertainty. The wild cats, masters of their realm for millennia, now face a landscape in flux. The once endless grasslands are changing, sculpted by shifting weather patterns, encroaching woodlands, and the silent march of time. Beneath the golden light, lions tread ancient pathways that grow narrower each season. Their prides, once sprawling, now adapt to territories hemmed in by the slow advance of thorn and brush. Prey herds shift their routes, following the elusive rains. Each migration, each dry spell, echoes through the food chain, testing the resilience of predator and prey alike. Leopards, ever the survivors, melt into the evolving mosaic of the savannah. Some retreat into denser thickets, their rosetted coats blending with the deepening shadows. Others venture closer to the edges of human-altered lands, their secretive lives unfolding where wild and tamed worlds blur. Their adaptability is their shield. yet the boundaries they navigate grow more complex with every passing year. Cheetahs, the swiftest, face a different race, one against time and diminishing space. Open plains, vital for their bursts of speed, become patchworks of grass and scrub. Coalitions learn to hunt in tighter quarters. Mothers teach their cubs to stay ever watchful. The cheetah's future depends on corridors, hidden highways of grass and silence that connect one safe haven to another. Yet hope flickers on the horizon. Across the savannah, invisible forces gather, a network of protected lands, wildlife corridors, and resilient ecosystems. These sanctuaries, though unseen, are lifelines for the wildcats. As the seasons turn, conservation efforts create breathing room for prides to grow, for leopards to roam, for cheetahs to sprint unchallenged. The balance is delicate. The wildcat's future will be written not only by the challenges of climate and space, but by their own ancient wisdom, adaptation, cooperation, and the silent codes passed from mother to cub. In the dance between change and continuity, the savannah itself becomes the storyteller, etching new tales into the earth. And so, as the sun sets and the wind stirs the grass, the wildcats remain, watchful, resilient, and ever part of the living tapestry. Their fate entwined with the land, they stand at the crossroads of tomorrow, guardians of a wild heart that still beats strong beneath the endless sky.